Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope everyone's doing well today. I'd like to show you how I made this whimsical blue pocket tag. Now, it was for a challenge for a Facebook group, and we had to make a pocket tag. We had to use a Kleenex box, and we had to use the colour blue, we had to use punches, sheet music. It had to be whimsical or humorous. Yes, and also it had to have a charm or a paper clip. So I made this, and as you can see, it's got a little charm on the love heart here that you can slip into the pocket. So firstly, as you can see, this has been cut out of a tissue box. I've made it, well, it needed to be 5.5 to 6 inches long, the finished product, which this one is, and about 3 inches across. So as you can see, I've cut the card extra long so that I can fold the bottom up from where the line is here to make the little pocket. So first we're going to score that line so that we can fold that for the pocket. Alright, so that should fold up nicely now, like that. Flatten it out. Alright, the next thing to do is to add the music paper. So I've got some offcuts of music paper here. Now I'm thinking this piece should fit okay on the inside. Doesn't have to go all the way down here because we'll be covering that up, so I might just cut some off the top. And cut a little bit off the side. I will let it overhang and then I'll trim it after I've stuck it on. Okay, so get the glue, just using my fabric glue as always. If I can get it out. This bottle's getting a bit empty, so actually I'm better off gluing onto the cardboard here, I think. Get it right to the corners. That should do. There we go. Now I'll quickly just trim that off. Now we also need to glue some to the back just to cover up the Kleenex box. So just trim this a bit. It's a lovely day here, so I've been doing all the dishes and the washing, getting it hung out. I just thought I'd have a bit of a half-time break. Okay. We'll turn it over and get some glue on here. The fabric glue works well on the back of the box here because it's a little glossy, so it will help it stick well. Alright, we'll trim that off as well. Trimming's not very neat. It's a bit better. corner. There, that's better. Okay, now we also had to use punches, so I've got this Fiskars corner punch, so I will punch the corners out here. It makes nice pretty corners there. All right, now the next thing we have to do is start some stamping. Now I do have a stamp block here. Some things away so I can see. Okay, and we've got this bird stamp. Actually, I'll just show you. I got this creative stamping magazine, it was. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Cards and Papercraft. And with it came, it was 4 lots of stencils and stamps. There's some great ones too. Here's the other one. And on that, I can find the rest of them here. Where all of these ones. So that's what I'm using today. It had to be whimsical, the pocket tag, and I thought the bird and the flower especially, and this grass down the bottom looked really whimsical. So I'll be using those. So first we're going to do the bird. So I'll put him on where he fits. Grab some pigment ink. And we'll stamp our little birdie. Make sure he gets ink on him everywhere. Alright, now we want him standing up on top of the tag here. So, I think we'll do him this side. There we go. I'll just grab a baby wipe and we'll clean the block and the stamp off with the baby wipe. Alright, now next we want to do the stenciling up here. So for that, just grab that. I've got my stencil that came with the magazine as well. And I'm going to use this foam brush. It's just the easiest thing to find at the moment. So we'll put a little bit of it's just cheap acrylic into there. Now we don't want to get it on our little bird, but we want to put it up the top, sort of like it's sky. So we'll get it to the edge. That looks pretty good. Get a little paint on the corner here. Just splodge some of that off so I don't have too much. Now I've got to hold my stencil down well. Just sponge it on. This is the blue part. I put a few different blue things on to make the challenge, and this is one of them. And I like the brightness of this acrylic with the colours that I use for the bird as well. Try and get it into the corners a bit. That looks alright. Actually, I might just take it down. Yeah, just a little bit as well. Alright, lift it. Go. Alright, now I just wipe my stencil down with the baby wipe. Get it all over myself as well. Paint everywhere. It's good to clean up as you go if you can. Makes life a bit easier. Get it off my fingers. That'll give the paint a bit of time to dry as well. Alright, now next we will do a bit more stamping. So we wanted to do the flower. So we will start with the flower stem, which I have here. Get my block. Ink it up. Now we're going to put it over this side, I reckon. Might put it down there a bit. There. That looks alright. Ink up the flower. We will put him turn him that way, I reckon. There. Okay. Now next, just put the lid on for a moment. Now we're going to stamp this grass stuff down the bottom on the pocket here. So I'll get that onto my block. Now we're going to cover that in this blue, just to add some more blue to the picture as well. So we'll stamp on it first. Like this. That's all my stamping now. Oh no, I do have one more to do, but I'll put the lid on for now. Okay, so now we're going to adhere that onto the pocket. We just want it sort of centered either side. Move it up there a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we'll trim that off now. From this side here. A little bit here that needs trimming. Okay. It's a bit rough, my cutting today. That's better. Okay, so that's that. And then we can stick our pocket down. So a bit more glue just down the sides here. And hold that down till it gets tacky. And that's how you make your little pocket. I'm also going to stamp a little saying that came with the stamp set that says, if it doesn't make you feel fabulous, don't do it, don't buy it, don't keep it. So I'll put that on. Make sure that it's not upside down. Now the paint should be getting dry, so it might be safe to start the next part, which is the colouring. So for the colours, I used my Kaisercraft pastel gel pens. I find these great. I haven't done much colouring since I was a child, and I find these help me stay in the lines really well, and they cover nicely. So, and the finish is wonderful. As you can see on this card, they're very bright and cheery colours. So I wanted more blue, so I grabbed my blues out and started colouring in the birdie. I found just working in little areas at a time was the best way to get good coverage with these. And they even seem to cover the black quite nicely as well. So I'm not going to do the whole lot of the colouring, but I basically used the two different blues for the bird. I did the darker one in his wings like this. And I left the black dots there. Like that. And I put some yellow in his eye. Just there. And gave him an orange beak. And I did green and purple for the stem and the leaves, and then used pink and orange for the flower, and yellow in the circular bits. And I think it turned out really nice, and I love the bottom as well with the bright different colours down there. So yeah, you just continue colouring all the bits in the colours that you like. And then we had to, of course, have the charm as well. So I die cut a little heart and used my crocodile. Find the little hole punch. So I just used the little hole punch and tried to centre that. And then I had little eyelets, little silver eyelets. So I used one of those. And put that in the hole. Use the crocodile again, which I shouldn't have put away. And you make sure that you get that centered. Press down and it inserts the eyelet nicely. And then I also have this little heart charm. So I want to add that to the tag as well. I have this ribbon. Now with the ribbon, I have a bag. I actually have 2 bags full of these ribbons. And they're the ones that come on your shirts and jumpers when you buy them from the shop, and they always hang out and annoy you. So as soon as I buy new clothes, I cut them off and put them in these bags to use in crafts, and they're so handy for tags and stuff. So I cut the little end off so it's pointy like that, and that makes it easier to thread through the hole that you've made as well as the hole in the charm. Like that. And then you just tie a bow. Now I try to leave it loose a little bit here because we want the charm to dangle. So I'll do my little rabbit's ears. Now this is the fiddly part that I don't do so well, especially when the ribbon's not very long. Not getting the right bit there, so I'll try that again. Make it a bit loose. And now I'll wrap it here this side, I think. Put that through a bit again. It's getting there. This is frustrating me, but I will get it. I think I'll make that side a bit longer. Might make it a bit more helpful. Alright, 3rd time's a charm. looking better. Much better. Perseverance. Alright, so you make a little bow and just cut the ends off to the length that you want. Tidy it up a bit. And then you can slip it in and have the little heart hang down. Usually leave it a bit looser than that, which I'll loosen it up afterwards. But so yes, that's how I made this. On this one, I wanted to add a bit of humour for the challenge, so I left it as if it doesn't make you feel fabulous, don't do it, like the dishes. Thought that was quite fitting. Yeah, whereas this one I'll use for something else in someone's journal, so I thought I'd leave the whole saying on there and not add the humorous bit. So just got to finish colouring that in now. Yeah, and on this one I didn't, you know, I gave enough room for the flower not to be covered by the stenciling, but it doesn't matter. You know, you learn as you go. So thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you. Bye.